franchise. How important is voting anyhow? Why fight for the right to vote if half of us choose not to exercise it?
Tragedy, huh? Real tragedy in my view. I'm reading a book now, which I wish I had read, but it wasn't printed before my father died. But it's on the invasion of Italy during the Second World War, and the Italian invasion doesn't get the attention of the Normandy invasion, but it was as significant a military event in that theater as Normandy, and my father was part of that invasion, and I read with interest a chapter which discussed why it was our young men went to war and what they were told, and you know there was the flowery stuff and there was also the practical stuff. I think Ernie Pyle once quoted a young soldier saying, "I went to war because I was drafted," but there was in that generation a full appreciation of our democracy. And I think at the heart of that war was a recognition that our way of life was at risk. And our way of life in this country meant and means to this day democracy. And I think there's an absence of appreciation in our democracy. I think that recent generations haven't, although one would think with events like 9/11 would see that it's at risk, just have come, like many things in life, not to appreciate what we have. And what we have in our democracy is truly sacred. And if one reads the words of the Founding Fathers, if one reads Thomas Paine's Common Sense, if one reads the Federalist Papers, one will know immediately what a treasure we have, and we need to preserve it. And when you see people turn away from the polling place, which is at the heart of what democracy means, the right to be involved in the selection of our leaders, it's sad. You know, my wife, who's wonderful, but not political, when we talk about this, she says, well, you know, my vote doesn't count. And I guess the answer I give to her, I would give to others, in that you only know it counts when it would have made a difference. And what I mean by that is that our elections are getting closer, and it makes a difference all the time. Because when there's 53% of the people staying home, an outcome could have been different. We only have to harken back to Bush versus Gore, and whether you're a Gore supporter or a Bush supporter, you do know that those 8 years would have been very different under an Al Gore presidency or a George Bush presidency. Maybe you like what it was, but if you don't like what it was, you do know that the difference would have been affected by your participation.
Thank you very much. Our guest today has been Angela Genova. Angela, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with
us.
Thanks,
Richard.
With Richard and me. We're, on behalf of the Hall Institute Forum, we are pleased to be able to bring you this production once again. Good day.